Feeling overwhelmed? You're not alone. This truth will empower you to quiet self-doubt. Understand why you're not lazy, just overloaded. What holds you back? If you are reading this, I want you to stop for just a moment. Put down whatever you are holding, unclench your jaw, let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Take one slow, deep breath. Inhale, and now, exhale. Good. I want you to hear this, and I want you to let it land in the quietest part of you, the part that knows the truth. You are not lazy. Say it with me, just a whisper to yourself. I am not lazy. I am carrying a great deal. That feeling you have, the one that sits on your chest like a heavy blanket, the bone-deep weariness that follows you from the moment you wake up until you fall into a restless sleep. What would lighten your load? It is not a sign that you are failing. It is a symptom. Many of us, especially women, have been taught to translate our exhaustion into a story of personal failure. We tell ourselves we are lazy when we cannot muster the energy to clean the kitchen after a long day. We think we are undisciplined when we choose to sit on the couch instead of tackling that one last email. We believe we need to try harder, be better, push through. We look at our endless to-do lists and feel a wave of shame for not being able to do it all. And do it all with a smile. But this story we tell ourselves is a lie. It is a cruel and damaging lie that keeps us stuck in a cycle of burnout and self-blame. The truth is simpler and so much kinder. You are not lazy, you are overloaded. Imagine for a second that your energy is like a bank account. Every single thing you do, think, and feel is a withdrawal. Where is it all going? Getting the kids dressed is a withdrawal. Remembering to buy milk is a withdrawal. Worrying about your mother's health is a withdrawal. Soothing a crying toddler is a withdrawal. Faking a smile for a difficult coworker is a withdrawal. Planning a vacation is a withdrawal. Feeling guilty for not being a better wife or mother or friend is a huge, massive withdrawal. We are making hundreds of these withdrawals every single day. The problem is not that you are too lazy to earn more energy. The problem is that your account is constantly being overdrawn without you even realizing it. So let's make a new agreement, you and I, right here and now. Let's agree to stop using the word lazy to describe ourselves. It's a useless, unkind word that has no place in your story. Instead, let's get curious. When that feeling of exhaustion washes over you, let's learn to ask a different question. Instead of asking, "What is wrong with me?" let's start asking, "What am I carrying right now?" This small shift in language is a revolution. It moves you from a place of shame to a place of gentle inquiry. It gives you back your power. Because once you can see what you are carrying, you can start to decide what you are willing to set down. You are not lazy. You are a human being with a finite capacity, and you have likely been exceeding it for a very, very long time. Let's talk about the difference between being overloaded and being lazy, because they are not the same thing. Laziness is a choice. It is the active decision to avoid effort when you have the capacity and energy to give it. It is choosing inaction out of apathy. Overload, on the other hand, is a condition. It is the state of having your capacity, your mental resources, your emotional resources, your physical resources, completely depleted by excessive demands. It is having no energy left to give, not because you don't want to, but because your well is dry. Think of it like this. Imagine you are asked to hold a single brick. At first it feels easy. You can hold it for a minute, maybe 10. But what if you are asked to hold it for an hour, or a whole day? Your arm would start to ache, then tremble, and eventually you would not be able to hold it anymore. Would you call your arm lazy for dropping the brick? Of course not. The load you are carrying is not just one brick. It is 100 bricks, 1,000 bricks, all day, every day. Most of the world only sees and values the visible work. The clean house, the completed project at work, the meal on the table. But for so many women, the vast majority of our labor is invisible. It is the emotional and mental load that we carry silently. It is the work of remembering, planning, worrying, and soothing. This work is not tracked on a spreadsheet. It does not earn a paycheck. It is not acknowledged in a performance review. And because it is unseen, we begin to believe it is not real work at all. We discount our own efforts and then wonder why we are so tired. We are tired because we are working 2 full-time jobs. The visible one everyone sees, and the invisible one that runs 24/7 inside our minds and hearts. So, let's dismantle this myth of laziness right now. Laziness implies you have reserves you are simply refusing to use. Overload means your reserves are gone. You have been giving and giving and giving from your mind, your body, and your soul, until there is nothing left in the tank. Your desire to rest, to be still, To do nothing is not a moral failing. It is a biological imperative. It is your body's desperate, screaming signal that it needs to refuel. Your body is not a machine, and it is not separate from your mind. Your body keeps a perfect, honest record of your life. Every worry, every stress, every time you push past your limits, it all gets logged in your nervous system. When you are constantly carrying a heavy mental and emotional load, your nervous system can get stuck in a state of high alert. This is often called the fight-or-flight response. It is your body's ancient, brilliant system for dealing with threats, a forgotten school project, a looming deadline, or a tense conversation with your partner. When your brain is constantly buzzing with to-do lists and worries, it sends a continuous stream of alarm signals to your body. Your heart rate might stay slightly elevated, your muscles might remain subtly tense, especially in your shoulders. Jaw, your digestion might be off. You might find it hard to fall asleep or stay asleep because your body is still on high alert, scanning for danger. It is as if you are living with a fire alarm blaring softly in the background all day long. At first, you might not notice it, but over time, that constant, low-level noise becomes profoundly draining. This is not in your head, it is in your cells. This state of chronic activation is what leads to burnout. Your body was designed to handle short bursts of stress and then return to a state of rest and recovery. But when the stress never ends, when the mental load is constant and the emotional demands are relentless, your system never gets the chance to reset. It is like holding a muscle in a flexed position for hours on end. Eventually, the muscle just gives out. Your exhaustion, your brain fog, your irritability, your lack of motivation, these are not signs that you are broken. They are signs that your nervous system is taxed to its absolute limit. It is waving a white flag. It is begging for a truce. Your tiredness is, in a way, a sign of your body's profound intelligence. It is a protective mechanism. When you are so depleted that you cannot bring yourself to do one more thing, it is your body's way of forcing the rest it so desperately needs. It is your body saying, I cannot sustain this level of output anymore. I am shutting down non-essential systems to conserve energy. So instead of fighting your tiredness, what if you could learn to listen to it? What if you could see it as a wise messenger from your body, telling you the truth about your load? Your body is not betraying you with its exhaustion. It is trying to save you. You cannot set down a weight that you do not realize you are holding. The very first, most powerful step toward carrying less is to make the invisible visible. This is a gentle, private act of truth-telling, just for you. So, find a piece of paper and a pen, or open a new note on your phone. For the next week, I want you to become a detective of your own life. Your mission is to simply notice and record the unseen work you do. Do not judge it. Do not fix it. Do not even try to change it yet. Just notice. Write it all down. Every single thing. Start with the mental load. What are the lists you are keeping in your head? Write down every task you manage. Remember to buy more dog food. Schedule parent-teacher conference. Figure out what to make for dinner. Remind my spouse about the bill that's due. Also, write down the planning and anticipating. Packed raincoats because the forecast looked iffy. Researched summer camps for the kids. Worried about how my friend is handling her breakup. No detail is too small. If it takes up space in your brain, it belongs on this list. This is not about creating another to-do list to feel overwhelmed by. It is about creating an I did this list to honor your own effort. Next, start noticing the emotional labor. This one is trickier because it is so ingrained in us. Pay attention to the moments when you are managing the emotional temperature of a room. Write it down. Soothed the baby when she woke up crying. Listened to my coworker vent about his boss for 20 minutes. Mediated an argument between the kids over a toy. Pretended to be fine when I was actually feeling sad so I wouldn't bring anyone else down. Be honest. This list is a sacred accounting of how much of your heart's energy you give away. It is the work of holding, calming, and containing the feelings of those around you. After a few days of this, take a look at your list. Read it over. Let it sink in. This is your backpack. This is the weight you have been carrying. Seeing it all written down in black and white can be a revelation. It can be both validating and infuriating. You might think, no wonder I am so tired. This is the moment of truth. You are not imagining it. You are not making it up. You are not lazy. You are doing all of this. Once you can see the load, you can begin the gentle work of setting some of it down. This does not require a dramatic overhaul. Trying to change everything at once will only add more to your to-do list. The goal is to start small. The journey of carrying less is built on tiny, consistent, brave acts of letting go. One of the kindest first steps is to identify 1 or 2 things you can delegate. This is about sharing responsibilities. It is about allowing others to be capable, partners, children, friends. Asking for help can feel vulnerable. Practice with a low-stakes request. Find one small task on your list. Instead of doing it, say, "Could you help me with this? Could you take out the trash this week? Could you schedule your own doctor's appointment? I'm overwhelmed with dinner. Could you order a pizza?" Notice the discomfort, guilt, fear of being seen as incompetent. Breathe through it. Each time you hand off a task, you rewire your brain. Another brave act. Let some things be less than perfect. House not perfectly clean. Meal not perfectly homemade. Project not perfectly executed. Perfectionism is exhausting. Choose one area to lower the bar. Be a B- student. Order takeout one more night. Let the laundry pile up a day. Send an email that's just good enough. Let others handle consequences. Teen packs their own sports bag. If they forget cleats, let them learn from that consequence. It's not your job to rush home. This is hard. Our instinct is to rescue. But rescuing robs them of learning. Letting go is a radical act of trust. Trust in others, trust in yourself to handle the discomfort. The word no is one of the most powerful and loving words in your vocabulary. It is a tool for building a life that feels sustainable and true. For many of us, saying no feels like a confrontation. It feels selfish. It feels unkind. It feels disappointing to others. We have been conditioned to be agreeable, to be helpful, to say yes with a smile, even when our insides are screaming no. We say yes to joining another committee, yes to hosting another family gathering, yes to taking on another project at work. Every one of these yeses is a withdrawal from our energy account. Learning to say no is how you start making deposits. It is how you protect your time, your energy, and your peace. A no does not require a long, apologetic explanation. The most effective no is often short, clear, and kind. No is a complete sentence. If that feels too abrupt at first, you can soften it. Try phrases like, "Thank you so much for thinking of me, but I can't take that on right now. My plate is too full at the moment, so I'll have to pass." Or simply, "I'm not available for that." You do not owe anyone a detailed justification for protecting your own well-being. Notice the impulse to over-explain, to make excuses, to prove that your reason for saying no is valid enough. A simple, polite refusal is enough. The first few times you say no, it will feel uncomfortable. You might feel a surge of guilt. You might worry that you are letting someone down. This is normal. This is the feeling of breaking a lifelong habit of people-pleasing. Sit with that discomfort. Remind yourself, this feeling is temporary. I am choosing myself right now. It is okay to protect my energy. With practice, the guilt will begin to fade. It will be replaced by a feeling of integrity and self-respect. You will start to realize that the people who truly care about you will respect your boundaries. And the people who don't, well, that is important information too. Beyond no, there are other small, powerful words you can use. Words like, "I need." Start practicing saying what you need out loud. I need a few minutes to myself. I need some help with the dishes. I need to rest. We are so used to anticipating everyone else's needs that we forget to voice our own. Another powerful phrase is, "Let me think about it." This is a beautiful alternative to an automatic yes. It gives you a moment to pause, check in with your own capacity, and decide if a request truly works for you. Using these small words is like building a fence around your energy. It is not about shutting people out. It is about creating a safe space for you to live and breathe. This journey of carrying less is not about becoming a new person. It is about returning to the person you were before you were taught you had to be everything to everyone. It is about peeling back the layers of expectation and obligation to find the truth of your own capacity and needs. This is not a race. There is no finish line where you will be cured of tiredness forever. It is a slow, gentle, lifelong practice of being kinder to yourself. Some days you will be great at it. You will set boundaries. You will ask for help. You will say no with ease. Other days you will fall back into old patterns. You will say yes when you mean no. You will take on too much. And that is okay. On the hard days, offer yourself grace. Do not let one slip up become another reason to beat yourself up. Just notice it. Say to yourself, there is that old habit of overgiving. It is okay. I will try again tomorrow. Every moment is a new opportunity to make a different choice. The goal is not perfection, it is progress. Slowly, incrementally, shift the balance from depletion to sustainable living. Learn to treat yourself with the same compassion and tenderness you give others. Remember, your worth is not measured by productivity. Your value is not tied to how many items you check off a to-do list. You are worthy of rest because you are alive. You are worthy of peace because you are human. You do not have to earn your rest by collapsing first. You are allowed to rest when you are tired. You are allowed to carry less. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to have needs of your own. Let this permission sink into your bones. You do not need anyone else to give it to you. You can give it to yourself right now. Be gentle with your own heart. You have been carrying a world on your shoulders for a long time. It is time to set it down. Start with one thing. Today, take 5 minutes to sit in silence. Ask for one small piece of help. Say no to one tiny request. These are not small acts. They are monumental. They are the seeds of a new, kinder way of being. You are not lazy. You are overloaded. You have the power to change that, one slow, deep, gentle breath at a time. The path forward is not pushing harder. It is about walking more softly.